50, 45, there goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dream Wager, episode 564. A little later in the day for you guys. That is on me. Appreciate you waiting around. Thank you to Elvis for waiting. Busy day today, but we are here. We are live. Today is September the 17th, 2025. Kid, it's a late night episode. We haven't done one of these in a while, kid. How you doing?
Yeah, it's definitely been a while since we had a late evening podcast. So glad to be here with you, Dylan. Let's recap a crazy Sunday and Monday night, and let's get into Thursday. Dylan.
Oh, it's unfortunate because I really don't want to talk about Sunday night football,
Sunday was
but
terrible.
I got to. We got a great episode. We'll recap the games. Week 2 of our power rankings. I cannot wait. Elvis and I really don't talk about it beforehand, so I kind of want to see where the Packers are this week. We got picks and props for Thursday night football between the Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. But kid, we got to start. JJ McCarthy, hand up. I might have been wrong. I might have been wrong.
I might have been right.
Yeah, it's not good. He's out for about a month. People are saying, and I don't know if I believe it, but maybe here comes Carson Wentz now. They said it was a soft bench, meaning he's not as injured as they're claiming he is. They benched him. Read into that what you will. I don't know what the validity of that is. I don't want to believe it because I think a young kid like JJ who missed a whole year, for 3/4 of week 1 was not good this week, even though, the offensive line wasn't good either. He was running for his life the whole game. Credit Atlanta's defense. They came out fucking with vengeance after losing week 1. So, yeah, I don't want to think that because a young guy like that needs his reps. He needs to be on the field and learn, and you're not going to learn until you're on the field. So we're going to see how it goes. But, JJ didn't look good. Credit to Atlanta Falcons, man. Michael Penix played great. 13 for 21, 135 yards. They could not stop Bijan Robinson to save their life. 22 carries, 143 yards. They ran collectively. Even Tyler Algier had 76.
Yeah.
They ran for 218 on this defense. I mean, passing-wise, the secondary kind of shut things down a little bit, but man, I did not expect them to rush for over 200 yards on the ground against this Minnesota team. It was not a good performance offensively or defensively.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, though. I'm not that surprised on J.J. McCarthy's play. I'm more surprised that Atlanta was able to run the ball for over 200 yards on that Minnesota defense. That's why we were both on Minnesota. Maybe not as high as you are on J. McCarthy, but we all know Brian Flores can coach that defense. Michael Penix is still a very young quarterback who hasn't really proved a lot himself yet, though. But he proved he's the better quarterback right now. For now, 13 for 21, 135, not impressive, though. But 0 turnovers, I'll take that. 3 sacks is better than 6. I'll take that. And when you have Bijan Robinson, Bijan is special, man. I know last year some people could say, "Oh, he had a down year." I had him in fantasy. I liked what I saw, but 22 carries for 143. That's just special.
Yeah.
Drake London, not for nothing, for the first 2 weeks of the season, I like what I'm seeing from Kyle Pitts. The over's looking really good for Kyle Pitts at 550.5 receiving yards. So I like what I've seen for the first 2 weeks from Atlanta. And one key stat that I love for Atlanta, what was the biggest issue with them last year? They wasn't able to get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
From the first 2 weeks of the season, they flipped the switch. I understand J.J. McCarthy is young, but that offensive line is pretty good now, Skip. So 6 sacks on JJ McCarthy. I'm gonna say 2 of them were because he was young. He didn't get the ball out. But I'm gonna say 4 solid sacks from the Atlanta Falcons. So give credit to Atlanta for showing up, tough spot on the road, and I'm gonna be honest, just shutting them down defensively. So shout out Atlanta. And for Minnesota, Dill, I'm not gonna overreact because I already had this feeling about JJ McCarthy. I always said he got to prove it to me. That's why I took Vikings under. I took his passing yards under. I'm on record saying you should have kept Sammy D. You should have gave Sammy D 3 years, 120.
And Daniel Jones.
And you had Daniel Jones. Shit. Right now, we can make the case you should have kept Joshua Dobbs. So I don't want to overreact too much, though. But you would even agree with me. The first 2 weeks, besides one quarter, the JJ McCarthy experience has been terrible. Let's just be honest. 6 sacks, two interceptions, 11 for 21. That's just not a starting quarterback in the NFL. Do I think he has the potential to be? Yeah. We saw him have an amazing fourth quarter. That's hard to teach. It's hard to coach.
It's in there.
Yeah. What he was able to do in the fourth quarter at Chicago, you can't really teach that. You can't really coach that. You got to have it in you. So the potential is there, though. But for the first 2 weeks of the season, he doesn't look good.
I think only thing because I would agree with you, even though I am high on JJ, I think it is there. We saw it in that one quarter. Terrible is a little much. Yes, it hasn't looked good. It hasn't looked good. I'll be the first to admit
it. You take out the fourth quarter, Dill. Has he looked?
No, he hasn't looked good. Okay in certain spots, and
then he had 68 yards through 3 quarters in his first start.
But I can make the argument he's first in 2 good defenses, and the offensive line hasn't really helped him either. Granted, he's not helping himself throwing his interceptions, but it's 2 games. I'm gonna pump the brakes. It's bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overreact, but you know how I feel about him, and I'm on record.
Yeah,
so it's not like a shock for our loyal listeners spewing what I'm spewing. It's not a shock.
Yeah, no, it's not a shock. I get it. He's out now. Aaron Jones is out with a hamstring injury. This defense has a bunch of injuries. Not the way they wanted to start their season, the Vikings. Thank God they won a miracle on week 1 because they could easily be 0-2.
And then the season would be spiraling already.
Oh, yeah.
0-2. And quarterback is hurt. Starting running back is hurt. Defensively, not looking as good as you did last year.
Yeah. I can't wait till Kevin O'Connell unlocks Carson Wentz. Are you excited to see Carson Wentz?
No.
And can he be back? This is a guy that almost won the MVP one year.
He should have. As a Patriots fan, as a Tom Brady's fan, he should have. The fact that he didn't, I think it was only 3 games he didn't play, and he didn't win the award over 3 games. As a Patriots fan, I would say Carson Wentz should have won the MVP. But the fact that the Eagles managed to win the Super Bowl, Tom Brady could keep the MVP. Now, we saw Kevin O'Connell, right, multiple times bring out the best out of these quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, right? Mm-hmm. Remember, he left Washington, went to Minnesota. First season there, or the second season, they won 11 games. Remember, they started 7-0.
Yeah.
So we saw the success with Kirk Cousins. Didn't really mount to playoff success. We saw Nick Mullins at time put up numbers under Kevin O'Connell in that offense. We saw Joshua Dobbs at times put up numbers with that offense. We saw Sammy D earn himself over $100 million just one full season under Kevin O'Connell. Would I be shocked if we see the best version of Carson Wentz since that MVP-ish season when he tore his ACL in Philadelphia? Maybe. But do I expect them to be? No. But would I be surprised if Carson Wentz, let's just say, has a couple games where he's moving the ball over 250 passing yards? I wouldn't be, because we know he's capable of slinging the rock, Dill. It's just, can he be consistent? Could he not be, deer in headlights? Because what's Carson Wentz, especially throughout the years after the ACL injury, Dill, he overthrown the ball a lot. His accuracy wasn't there. When that pressure came, it looked like he was deer in headlights. So we know he has one of the strongest arms in the league. It's just, is he going to be consistent? Maybe Kevin O'Connell could bring that out of him.
I hope so. I really do hope so. And they also signed Desmond Ridder to back him up. They signed Desmond Ridder today. It's a solid backup.
To be honest,
It could be worse.
once again, I would have kept Daniel Jones and Sammy D. I'm on record.
When do you think they will start regretting it? Because Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback already. You think?
Think about it. Sammy D looked good. Week 1, he didn't look great.
No, he didn't look that
but
good.
He played better than JJ McCarthy. Week 2, still, he looked like he was mid-form last year.
Yeah.
He looked good last week.
I'll make the argument Daniel Jones has looked better than both of them.
And then now look at Daniel Jones. So you have 2 winning quarterbacks who's looked better so far than JJ McCarthy through the first 2 weeks of the season. You're not going to tell me you don't regret that decision? Just from 2 weeks. There's no person who watches the NFL who is a fan would say JJ McCarthy's outplayed Sammy D or Daniel Jones through the first 2 weeks of the season.
I think it's too early to tell.
What you mean it's too early to tell?
It's only 2 weeks.
No, but the question is, through the first 2 weeks of the season, who's been the worst quarterback out of the 3?
JJ McCarthy.
It's simple.
Yeah, no.
I
want to wait. I want to wait
to
till the end of the season.
Could come December. Could it be different? Maybe.
But that's why I want to wait.
As of right now, the kid is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks.
That's why I want to wait. Let's wait till the end of the year and then we'll see. Because Daniel Jones could regress. So could Sam Darnold. I've seen it.
Daniel Jones can only regress still.
Yeah.
He's been playing great.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, they're. I mean, when you're a business and you're an owner, you draft him in the top 10. You gotta go with your guy. You've invested too much.
I agree, Dale. But how often is a 14-win season?
Not a lot, unless you're the Patriots, right?
Bro, we haven't even won 14 games in a
while.
I think we won 14 games 3 times under Brady. Like, that's a lot of games still. 14? 14-3 is nuts.
I'll say this. Ever since Baker Mayfield has come over to Tampa Bay, he has led the league in touchdowns.
Passing yards. Game-winning drives. Fourth quarter passing touchdowns.
2 things. One, it's crazy how we say Baker's back. What's he back from? Being from Cleveland? That's funny to me.
Well, in reality,
and Carolina.
Yeah, in reality, let's not forget, people. I know. I really tune in. Carolina had Baker Mayfield taking practice squad snaps as a defensive lineman. Let me repeat that again. The Carolina Panthers had Baker Mayfield taking defensive snaps as a lineman. Right now, you can make the case he's the front runner for MVP. Not saying he is, but you can make the case. Carolina had him playing defensive snaps still. That's all I'm going to say. That's what he came back from. Being on a practice squad as a defensive lineman with a red jersey on. That's what he came back from.
So right now, Josh Allen is favored to win the MVP at plus 310.
As he should.
Lamar second at plus 350. Justin Herbert, which I do agree with, plus 800. Baker Mayfield is tied with Jaden Daniels at 12-1.
At number 4 favorite?
Jordan Love is 4, and then 5 is Jaden Daniels and Baker. Which Jaden Daniels is hurt. I'll say this. When it's fourth quarter and they're down a score or they need a field goal or they need a touchdown to win, we need to start saying Baker Mayfield is the guy. Because those last 2 drives Tampa had, fucking ice in his veins. I thought he was legitimately hurt when he scrambled, but he just got up to talk shit. And I love that.
Was in pain, but the CJ Gardner-Johnson talk got him amped.
Yeah, it did. And I love Will Anderson got him and thought he sacked him for fourth down. And Baker was like, nope, check the yards. I got it.
Yo, Baker's a legend, man.
I love Baker.
Love it.
I love Baker, what he's doing in Tampa Bay. He's a franchise guy, 25 for 38, over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions against a really good defense. I think that's all they have. I'm kind of out on the Texans. They can't do anything. They can't score from the goal line. No, they truly can't. They have no run game now without Joe Mixon. And outside of Nico Collins, who in that wide receiver room really scares you? No, truthfully, I'm not even trying to be mean. No one scares you. They have 2 rookies out of Iowa State who they're going to be good eventually. Dalton Schultz is okay.
Yeah, solid.
And that's it. I'm out. And to be honest, CJ Stroud, I love you to death. Shout out the Ohio State, #1 team in the country. But he's regressed as well. I'm out on the Texans. They have a good defense. Cool. But that only gets you so far in the National Football League. You got to put up numbers. I'm out on the Texans.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the Texans. I think we got to start questioning C.J. Stroud. Last season was a down year. This season is looking worse. Let's just be honest. Through the first 2 weeks of the season, he hasn't looked good. I'm on record stating that he's a top 10 quarterback. He's no longer is, in my opinion.
No,
I think C.J. Stroud. I don't know what it is. I feel like offensively, the offensive line never been great. He never had a great offensive line. So I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt. You always dealt with a lot of injuries on the outside, especially his wide receivers. That's another benefit of the doubt I could give him. But what we saw back-to-back weeks is C.J. Stroud unable to make plays, unable to put the ball on target. How many times we saw on Monday night against Tampa Bay, he just missed his target. That touchdown, when you was alluding to that first, I think it was second down, he was supposed to hit Nico on that double route, on that double move. You got to hit Nico on that double move. And I guarantee they practiced that play a lot. It was probably an 85% success rate. Come game time, missed them by a mile. So defensively, I think Texas defense is solid. It's pretty great if you ask me. It's just I don't think C.J. Stroud is good enough. I can honestly say that. I hope he proves me wrong. I have him in one of my fantasy league as a starter. I'm thinking about dropping him, Dill. 13 for 24, 207. He didn't really turn the ball over, which is a good thing, but
he should have. There was one where he like kind of lobbed it up to Nico Collins where it could have been easily been picked.
Yeah, so this game singularly came down to C.J. Stroud. He just didn't perform good enough to win the game. Defensively, they played well enough. I agree with you. The running game has to do something. I think Nick Chubb, we saw some sparks, but majority of the game, they weren't going nowhere fast. So the fact that you're not able to run the ball consecutively in the goal line tells me everything I needed to know.
Yeah.
And on the opposite side with the Bucs, still, I said it earlier. I think Baker might be considered a front runner for MVP for the first 2 weeks of the season. Berkey Irving, Baker, Rashad.
He's a dog. Bucky's a dog.
Rashad White, he ran the ball well as well. 6 yards a carry. I think he caught a few as well. Mike Evans, Sterling Shepard, they're deep. They're deep.
And the rookie is special. Emeka Egbuka is special.
Wait till Chris Godwin comes back. You're going to have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Emeka, and then what's my boy's name?
McMillan.
McMillan. They're going to have 4 deep wide receivers with Bucky Irving and Rashad Wright. We saw a double running back set yesterday.
Have you noticed a drop off in the offense from Liam Cohen to this year? Because I haven't.
Realistically, we got to see it. Has the offense, put like this, because it's only 2 weeks of the season, though, so we haven't really seen it. But last season, we saw a lot of explosive plays from this Tampa offense. For the first 2 weeks of the season, they've just been marching down the field. So have we seen, similar things? Yeah. But is it as explosive as the offense for the first 2 weeks? I'm going to say no.
And it's just going to get worse for the Texans. They got the Jags. They could easily start 0-3.
Yeah.
You got a Jag team that's coming off a loss that they should have won. Jags are going to come out aggressive here.
At home, that's going to be a tough spot.
That's a tough game. My Texans to win the division, not looking good.
I didn't even pick them to win the division. I told you, Jacksonville.
Not
Jacksonville, and right now, like in the Colts.
Yeah.
Colts to win the South.
Shout out. I did take the Bucs to win the South as well for the NFC.
Not
so
for
that,
nine. If
that
you're a
looks
Colts
good.
fan, you will love Houston to win tomorrow. You have a 2-game lead.
Yeah. And we talk about MVP. We gotta mention him. I know you haven't been as high as him in recent years, but you got to give him his flowers. Justin Herbert has put together back-to-back special starts, 242 yards, 19 for 27, 2 touchdowns, only 2 sacks. And you say this all the time. What was the problem last year for him or earlier in his career? Turnovers, careless with the ball. As soon as Jim Harbaugh got in there, he cut that shit out immediately. Now, I didn't really like the run game from them. I don't like when your quarterback leads the team in rushing yards. That's never what you want to see. I want to see more out of Najee. I want to see more out of Omario Hampton, the rookie. But Quentin Johnson, man, he has really resurrected his career 2 weeks into this season. We know Keenan Allen's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. He's good. Ladd McConkey had a good game as well. So this defense is also good. They were throwing fits for Geno Smith. 3 picks, 180 yards. Alshon Gentry didn't have a good game. Jacoby Myers is the only one that actually did anything, I thought. The defense didn't play good at all. Real quick, before we get on to this, thoughts on Tom Brady in the booth? Because I really don't care, but it is a little weird to me.
Can some people say is a conflict of interest? You could say that. But at the end of the day, people, is it really an advantage? Does it really make a difference? And in my opinion, no. At the end of the day, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. He's gonna have his input. He's the owner of the team. When Jim Irsay's daughter has a headset on the sideline hearing the plays.
I think the difference is he's a commentator.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
When she's on the sideline.
Yeah.
Not at the booth. She's on the sideline listening to plays. And I understand that people say, oh, he works for Fox. He got to interview these players and they give him insight. He could take that back and tell, his offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly, and the Raiders. So don't tell him anything important during the interviews pre-game. It's just so simple. I understand he has a deal with Fox. 10 years. I think it was 375, 325. Nobody I know is going to turn down $300+ million.
And all owners and coaches are smart enough, to your point. They're not going to elude everything and disclose everything in those pre-meetings that not Kurt Herbstreit, who does he go? Tom Brady, his host that he's with, Tim Burkhardt or whatever his name is. They're not going to release everything to the public. So yes, he has those meetings and could get an advantage on other teams. But like you said, these guys don't have to tell Tom Brady anything,
Exactly. That's my point. At the end of the day, he interviews you. You don't have to tell him, oh, I have a sore foot. I'm not sure if I'm going to go this week. You don't have to tell him that information.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell him, oh, this guy has an illness or this guy is fighting a stomach bug. You don't have to tell him anything. Just keep it football related. Keep it about the future of your franchise. I don't understand the issue. I guess it's Tom Brady, and let's not forget, people.
Yeah, it is. It's not Tom Brady. That's why.
It's not like Tom Brady can't dissect any defense out there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if he really wants to, I guarantee he could call plays. He could be more involved as a offensive coordinator, analysis, QB coach. How about if Tom Brady becomes a quarterback coach for the Las Vegas Raiders? I bet you that sparks an outrage. So he's the owner.
People part owner, but yes,
part owner of the Raiders. I'd be damned if I can't sit in the booth and hear some plays. I'd be damned if I can't be on the sideline listen to the plays. I'd be damned if I can't have an input on the team I own. I just think it's an overreaction.
I do too.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't mind him having 3 meetings a week with Chip Kelly going over game plan. Honestly, I think
I wish he was having 5.
Exactly. I want more.
What does him being a Fox commentator has to do with helping his team be better? I don't understand it. I just feel like people want to complain just to complain, but I honestly don't see nothing from it. The Raiders don't gain no advantage. None.
Yeah, no, I agree. As for them, it was a tough look though. For the Raiders after that win against you guys week 1, coming back home, they had all this momentum, and then the Chargers are for real. It was kind of an ugly second half. I went to sleep at halftime, but then I watched the second half.
I was asleep.
It was ugly. It was ugly, but Chargers are for real, man. I'll say that. Chargers are a really good football team.
Yeah, that's why I had them number 3 last week early on. I know a lot of people questioned me, but I see something from this Chargers team, Dill, and not for now, I saw it in week 1. Justin Herbert is definitely different. He's different. He's the reason why I had him so high. This was I understand it didn't look like a people 11-point game, but this was a defensive battle. Neither side was able to establish the run. And not for now, I just want to shut this down quick. Let's stop with the overreactions about Gentry. It's only 2 games in. I'm hearing about Trent Richardson comparisons still. Let's stop it. All right? For the Raiders, Geno Smith had a backing. For how great he looked week 1 against my Patriots on the road, it makes me feel like our defense ain't that good, though. He had 3 picks, 24 for 43, 180. Chargers was bringing that heat. I seen Khalil Mack. I think he fractured or broke his arm. Hopefully he's not out for too long, but it's saying he will return soon this season. So that's good to hear. But overall, the Raiders look bad. For how well they played offensively week 1, offensive week 2, there was a different team. And just to add to what you were saying earlier, Quentin Johnson, quietly, first 2 weeks of the season has been amazing. He's been shocking. He's been putting up better numbers than Ladd McConkey. We all feel like Ladd McConkey is the number 1 receiver on this team. Keenan Allen back-to-back weeks with a touchdown deal. What was my main concern coming into the season with the Chargers team? What's the wide receiver core?
Yep.
Right now, the wide receiver core looking pretty damn good, if you ask me. So shout out the Chargers, shout out Harbaugh. They were looking good.
And I think bringing back a glue guy like Keenan Allen really helps not just the on-field production for Justin Herbert and the other guys, but also a locker room guy. Yeah, everyone loves him.
And I think Keenan Allen, this is a perfect fit for him because he doesn't have to be a every down wide receiver. He doesn't have to be the number 1 guy. And look, we've seen him flourish back-to-back weeks for the touchdown. We haven't seen that since 2022.
Yeah. I love it. He just came back home. He wants to spend the rest of his career. He doesn't have a lot left, and he's going to be with a great quarterback in Justin Herbert. So love it. Big game for them next week against the Broncos. Broncos, they blew it. Need a win here. And Chargers looking to go 3-0. But kid, overall, one of the worst weekends like on the show to date in like the 4 years that we've been doing this. 6-14. For me,
honest though, the fact that you had 20 plays is nuts.
Well, no, show wise.
Oh, okay. For the
picking the games for the show, 6-14. You went 9-11 again. That's back-to-back weeks, 9-11. Hey,
I gotta be better. You know what it is? It was Monday.
Monday killed you. You got both wrong.
I went 0-3. I went 0-3 Monday.
Yeah. And Thursday killed you. These standalone games, kid.
I'm panicking. When it comes to these Monday nights, Thursday night, if you want people, I'm gonna be for real. Fade me if you want. Because Sunday, take my Sunday plays. My 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock windows, fire. It's profitable. These Thursday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights, I'm panicking, people. I'm panicking. I'm just keeping it real. So if you want, you can fade me tonight or tomorrow night, by all means. But come Sunday, best believe. Because tell them, Dylan, your boy had a profitable Sunday. Monday, ate my money, man.
Yeah, your 1 o'clock window was good. The 4 o'clock outside of Arizona, fuck them, and Kansas City.
No, but I had Arizona in the teaser now.
Yeah.
I hit the lock, hit the teaser, hit
the dog. We just got to get better on standalone games and props.
The props are fit. I think I haven't hit a prop all year. But tonight, it's tonight.
Tonight is the fucking night. I absolutely love it. All right, okay, let's start week 3 strong. Let's get to our power rankings. But before we do that, quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Thursday night football, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Week 2 power rankings. We'll start on going to number 10, and then we'll work up to number 1. What is number 10?
Number 10. Give me the team with 0 punts through the first 2 weeks of the season. Give me the Indianapolis Colts. Give me Danny Dimes. Give me Jonathan Taylor. Dude, I can't deny it. I know people might be like, you're crazy. The Colts look good. In my opinion, through the first 2 weeks of the season, the Colts are the best. Number 10 in football. Number 10. I might be a little crazy, people, but my eyes are not being fooled. Give me the Indianapolis Colts at 10.
Yeah, this team just lost, but I am going to put them in there. They lost to the Packers. I'm going to put the Redskins at number 10. I worry moving forward how Jaden Daniels is going to be now. They have a competent backup in Marcus Mariota, Heisman winner now. He can win a few games. They have a couple easy. They do. He is a Heisman.
That's why I'm laughing. It's all facts.
So I really want to see Terry McLaurin step up. He's kind of started the season a little slow. So, we'll see how he does. We'll see how the rhythm is on Sunday without Jaden Daniels. I think they'll be fine. I still think this is a top 10 team. I came back and after Thursday night, and they didn't play the best game. Jaden didn't play the best game, but I was hearing on Twitter people calling Jaden Daniels a fraud.
Yeah, come on. I think the Packers are just that good.
I think, yeah, and we'll get to them in a little, but let's pump the brakes. It's week 2 on the road in a very tough place to play. Pump the brakes. I think the Redskins will be just fine. Give me the Redskins at number 10.
At number 9, in my opinion, this team would have been higher, but due to injuries, I left them at 9. Give me the San Francisco 49ers. We saw Mac Jones play okay. Do I expect him to play okay consistently? We got to see about that, Dill. But there's no denying the San Francisco team is good. Christian McCaffrey, even with a nagging Achilles injury or calf, looked pretty good. His best game so far this season was last week, Dill. I like what I saw defensively, offensively. This team would have been higher if Brock Purdy was the quarterback as of right now. Give me the San Francisco 49ers at number 9.
At number 9, I got the 49ers as well. I know they beat up on the Saints, but, Mac Jones looked good. That was one of my biggest takeaways. I know he started the game with a little duds, but he kind of settled in really well. Brock Purdy, he might be back sooner than later as well. George Kittle's coming back eventually. I think Christian McCaffrey's playing well.
I think Brandon Ayuk is coming real soon.
And to be honest, kid, they just got to keep winning. Eventually, just like the Chiefs, they're not in my top 10, but eventually these teams are going to get healthy. And I think that's going to be very scary for the NFL when the Chiefs and the 49ers get fully healthy. So 49ers are taking care of business. I know it wasn't a thriller of a game, but they just needed to do what they needed to do on the road against the Saints, who they might be the worst team, but they're scrappy. I'll say that. They fight for your boy. What's his name?
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. They fight for him. I'll say that.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're the worst team.
No, the Jets might be.
I ain't say that, but I don't think the Saints are the worst team. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
At number 8. Give me the Washington Commanders. I'm not going to overreact. I honestly think the Packers are that good. Dylan clearly thinks so as well. I think the Packers defense is much better than a lot of people anticipated. Let's just be honest. I think the Commanders are still contenders, in my opinion. I'm not going to overreact over one loss against a very good defensive team in the Green Bay Packers. It's looking like Jaden Daniels is going to be out this week. As of right now, I think he's still questionable or a game time decision. Let's just say he misses the next 2 weeks. I think the Commanders are still a good enough team. Let's just see how Mariota looks there. But I still like this Commanders team. One bad game from Jaden Daniels is going to change, in my opinion. They'll give me the Commanders at 8.
At number 7, no, number 8, excuse me. At number 8, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were not in my top 10 last week, but they have to be. Great win on Monday against, a Texans defense that is really good. Baker Mayfield is a fucking gamer. I love what we're seeing out of the rookie Emeka Egbuka as well. They have a great 1-2 punch in the running back game. And Todd Bowles, we didn't mention it while we were recapping, but Todd Bowles was dicing him up.
Yeah.
He was heat. Every play he was having CJ Stroud run for his life. So love the defense. I think they'll be just fine. Give me the Bucs at number 8.
At number 7, Dill, give me the Los Angeles Rams covering this week. Matthew Stafford, Dill, Devontae Adams looking really good. The offense is clicking. I like this. I like that Blake Corum got a touchdown. Kurt Williams touchdown. Street got snapped. Shit. But other than that, defensively, I've been saying this since the preseason. I think the Rams secretly have a pretty good defense. The offense, I'm not really too worried about, just health. But I think their defense is quietly really good. They're just not giving them credit. Give me the Rams at 7.
I know people are going to get mad at this, but at number 7, give me the Chargers. I think they're a really good team. I know it's probably lower than most people. Love Jim Harbaugh. He's probably a top 5, top 6 coach in the NFL right now. And what he's been able to do with Justin Herbert has been remarkable. He really cut down on these turnovers. He looks like a new quarterback. The defense is playing well. The receiving room, they don't really have household names, but they always go out there and produce. I want to see a little more of the running game. Omari Hampton needs to be better. But outside of that, man, as long as Justin Herbert takes care of the ball, this team is going to go far. Chargers, they might be live for the division. Give me the Chargers at number 7.
At number 6, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I said it earlier. I think Baker Mayfield so far, the first 2 weeks of the season, should be a MVP front runner. The wide receiving core deal right now looks pretty damn good. When they're healthy, it has a chance to be the best wide receiving core in football when it's healthy. I like the double-headed monster so early on from Rashad White and Bucky Irving. Defensively, yeah, it might not be as good of a defense we saw a couple years ago, but still, Peter Vea's still there. Levante Davis still there. My boy, in the second there, Antoine Winfield Jr. still there. So they got some pieces on that defense still. Todd Bowles, a hell of a coach, great defensive mind. Give me the Bucs at number 6.
At number 6, give me the LA Rams at 2-0. Had a nice second half. First half, they were kind of asleep at the wheel, but then they came alive. The defense came alive. And it really doesn't look, I think my biggest takeaway 2 weeks in is Matthew Stafford's back doesn't appear to really be affecting him. He's looked good. Sean McVay's been calling good games. And Devontae Adams, the chemistry looks like it's there. Him, Puka Nacua, they have a run game like you mentioned. I like this Rams team. I got them at number 6.
At top 5 we go. Welcome back. Give me the Baltimore Ravens at number 5. I kept them out of the top 5 last week just because defensively in the fourth quarter, that was just a meltdown. That was just a brain fart, against your divisional rival. I took the Browns plus 12.5. People lost my money. The Ravens looked like the best team in football week 2. Well, honestly, Buffalo had himself a performance, but the Baltimore Ravens looked great against a divisional rival. Lamar looked good. Derrick Henry didn't run the ball well, but we know what he's capable of. Defensively, that's what you needed week 1 against Buffalo. Give me the Baltimore Ravens at number 5. Still one of the best teams in football.
At number 5, give me the Detroit Lions. What a fucking beatdown they did against the Chicago Bears over the weekend. Honestly, it was so good. I hate the Bears so much. It was so nice to see Jared Goff can still produce at an elite level. Last week was not a good week for the haters of Jared Goff. And, it goes without saying Lions struggled at Green Bay, but what a bounce back. This Lions offense could still be dominant without Ben Johnson. Running game is good. I think the defense has looked alive as well. Dan Campbell might be smarter than a lot of people think. Give me the Detroit Lions at number 5.
At number 4, move them up a spot. Give me the Green Bay Packers still. Great performance on Thursday night. Made one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. Look pedestrian still. Look pedestrian. Jordan Love, once again, another great first half. Micah Parsons still is popping off the screen. Defensively, that's my biggest takeaway from the Green Bay Packers, how well they've been playing defensively for the first 2 weeks of the season. Shut down the running game against Detroit. Shut down the running game last week on Thursday night. I like everything I'm seeing. Shout out, like you say, Matt LaFleur. Give me the Green Bay Packers at number 4.
At number 4, and he's still a favorite, one of the favorites to win the MVP, 2-time MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Give me them at number 4. What a performance. Zay Flowers has looked so good 2 weeks into the season. He has produced no turnovers still, 7 touchdowns and no turnovers from Lamar. This is the 5th time in the past 20 years that a quarterback has reached that mark in the first 2 seasons. That's generational talent. He's a Hall of Famer already. Now he needs to go and win a Super Bowl. I think he has the team this year. He's our pick, both of our picks to go and win it this year. Like what I saw, a nice bounce back spot. That is what they were supposed to do. You and I thought it was too many points they were laying. It wasn't enough. They beat the shit out of the Browns, which they should. They are a much better team than the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, I like this Baltimore Ravens team. Give me them at number 4.
At number 3, I got a lot of questions last week why I had this team so high. But right now, Dill, I'm going to just say I might call something before everyone else. Give me the LA Chargers at number 3. Like I said, Dill, I seen something in week 1 from Justin Herbert I haven't seen yet. I think right now, John Harbaugh and Justin Herbert got something cooking. Only question to me right now is the running game. Is it going to be Hampton? Is it going to be Najee Harris? We've seen Najee Harris, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. I think he should be getting the ball a little more until Marion Hampton is ready to take the helm. Defensively, they see how they look without Khalil Mack moving forward for a short period of time. So I like this Chargers team a lot, though. I think with Justin Herbert right now, MVP candidate, give me the Chargers at number 3.
At number 3, give me the Green Bay Packers. I am very high on this team. I think they could play the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl, but Jordan Love, I guess my biggest takeaway, how dominant they've looked, and Jordan Love really hasn't found a number 1 receiver. They're losing Jalen Reed. He broke his collarbone. He's going to be out. I feel like the number 1 target has been Tucker Kraft. He leads the team with 8 catches and 140 yards. They have Romeo Doubs. They have Wicks. They have the rookie who just 2 catches and 16 yards. That's worrisome, I'll say. But the defense looks phenomenal. Micah Parsons is all over the field. I love this Green Bay Packer team. Yeah, give me them at number 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna just finish 2-1 because it's the same 2-1 as last week. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles at number 2. Wasn't that impressive, but they was able to get a win against a very good Chiefs team, in my opinion. Defensive battle. They're showing that their defense is still elite versus the best quarterback in football, and Patrick Mahomes. So give me the Eagles at number 1 and at number 2, and then at number 1. After that performance, comeback in week 1. Blowout against your Knicks in week 2, Dill. I had to leave Buffalo at number 1. Give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at number 1.
Yeah, I just got them flipped. I got Buffalo at number 2, and then I got the Eagles at number 1. I just think as a complete team, the Eagles are
on paper. I agree with on paper, the Eagles are the better team.
And I think last week, it wasn't impressive, and they really didn't need to do much. But they won. They won against a much tougher team as opposed to the Bills, who they really didn't need to do anything. They fucking put in a backup quarterback against the Jets. That doesn't mean anything. Josh Allen is still elite. He's a top 3 quarterback in the league. But he doesn't have to be Superman. That's the thing. So I still worry a little bit. You know who I really am impressed with this Bills team? James Cook.
Yeah.
He's gotten paid, and he has looked really good. So
you can make the case he's underpaid.
Yeah, at this point, yes, exactly. So, yeah, I love it. And Jalen Hurts continues to do what it takes to win games. I think that's a big takeaway for me. And a lot of people making headlines about the tush push being banned. Are we still talking about that? Like, why are people still talking about that? It's so stupid to me. I don't care if they're offside. Like, deal with, you can't stop it.
I'll be honest, though. That's why it's getting a lot of spark again, because they're looking at the film and they're seeing how the offensive line, especially on the left side, is over the line. The right side,
it's pretty evident.
Stop it.
That's my thing. Let's stop talking about it. Let's play fucking football. They're gonna continue to do it. And why wouldn't you?
Or draft like a Tim Tebow and run the play yourself.
They can't. No, we saw that last year.
I think Tim Tebow could run the tush push.
Shout out Tim Tebow.
Pretty successfully, though.
Tim Tebow's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid, that's our power ranking. We got a sick graphic. Shout out my girlfriend Sophia. She made that. But I think the only thing we were aligned with was number 9, the 49ers.
Yeah, and the only difference, I had the coach and you had the Lions. That's it.
Exactly.
I had the Lions at 11.
Okay, so maybe next week, if they win this week, will you put them, or you think about it?
Put it like this. I almost swapped them with the Niners.
I'll say this. I was very hesitant to put the Colts in. They're at 11 for me too. So yeah, I agree. And I could understand if someone says, "Oh, the 49ers haven't played anyone. They're not a top 10 team." That's fair. I would understand that. So yeah, that's what I have. So yeah, love it, kid. I can't wait for next week. But let's get to it. Thursday Night Football, and we will head to the great state of New York, all the way up in Orchard Park. The Buffalo Bills hosting the Miami Dolphins. Bills laying 11.5 here at home, minus 820 on the money line, plus 570 for the Dolphins. Total is 49.5. Kid, I'll give you this real quick before I let you go. Bills 0-8 ATS as a double-digit favorite of 11 or more. On Thursday night, 21-0 ATS as a double-digit favorite when the total is less than 54. Something has to give here. Something has to give. What are we doing? And are we laying this big number?
I always advise not to. But what we've seen from the Buffalo Bills throughout the first 2 weeks of the season, you can make the case as the best team in football. You can make that case still. I don't think it's a smart move laying 11.5, 12.5. But we saw Baltimore Ravens take care of that huge number Sunday, even with a broken nose.
Yeah.
What have Miami shown that they could keep up with this Buffalo team? We saw them put up a great fight against my New England Patriots, but I think defensively, the Bills are a little more structured right now than we are. And offensively, there's no doubt Josh Allen is more capable, and James Cook is more capable than our offense. Let's just be honest, people. So heavy lean on the 11.5. I don't want to lay it, but I'm not taking Miami plus the points. Can Miami cover? Can they lose? 27-17, maybe. I just feel like it's gonna be a tough task to ask Miami after the New England Patriots was walking up and down that field, how Daniel Jones was walking up and down that field. How they're gonna be able to slow down Josh Allen? If you're not able to slow down Daniel Jones or Drake May at home, what are you gonna do with Josh Allen at Orchard Park? Though I just don't see it. I'm not advising nobody to lay 11.5. I probably won't, but I'm leaning that way.
Yeah, I probably would. I would lay it as well with the Buffalo Bills. Think it's also a good teaser spot as well. You get them down to under a touchdown. Maybe you tease that. Exactly. For example, you tease Buffalo 5.5, and the Falcons to +0.5 just for them to beat the Carolina Panthers, which they should, or even tease the Green Bay Packers down to 7.5 to 1.5.
Or no disrespect,
That's a teaser right there that I might put in.
Yeah, or tease Tampa Bay down. Tampa's laying 7, get them to -1 versus your Jets at home.
Come on, bro.
That's how I'm letting you know right now. That's one of my 3-way teasers. Tampa Bay. I'm letting you know right now. Just a sneak peek.
Tyrod Taylor's getting the start. Watch out.
I tell you what, the offense might look better.
It look good.
I don't know if it'll look good as week 1.
Yeah.
But I don't expect much on that Tampa Bay defense in Tampa.
I agree. But I do think Buffalo is the right side. They're a more complete team. I don't trust Tua right now. The defense doesn't look good as well in 2 weeks. And I just think this is a big game. I really didn't want to lay it. So I think this is like a perfect game for a props game because I have a lot to go for offensive players for the Buffalo Bills, but I just didn't really see anything I liked from the Dolphins. I don't, outside of a chain, Devon Chain, who's been actually pretty good. I really didn't see anything. I was looking at Tyreek Hill, longest reception. It was sitting at 23.5, but I really didn't see anything I liked. What about the total? Total seems a little low to me. I feel like I told you it's sitting at 49.5. Any opinion there?
Yeah, Dill. I honestly lean the under. You know, on a Thursday night game, Josh Allen has a broken nose. Tua in this offense, can you rely on them? Do you trust them on a short week, come in Buffalo, put up 20+ points? I'm not sure about that. You know, yes, it's not going to be below 35, so that's a plus for Miami. But on a short week while struggling, I'm gonna be honest. Offensively, I think they do got to show up there. I think Mike McDaniels might just be on the hot seat. So I think we got to see Tua in this offense at least flourish or give you some hope in Buffalo. I still don't think they're live, but I think 49.5. I agree with the number. Yes, it might be a little low, but I just don't see Miami able to, in a short week, just find a new level of offense in Buffalo.
Is Mike McDaniel out if they get blown out?
No. One thing I can say, and this is all on paper. This is all, you can look this up. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but Miami has once paid a coach to lose games. I'm gonna say that again.
Are you accusing Mike McDaniel of tanking?
No. Like I said, I'm not accusing nobody of anything. But if there's an NFL team who wouldn't mind losing to gain draft capital or get the number 1 speed, clearly is the Miami Dolphins. If they paid their head coach to purposely lose games before.
You ran into Brian Flores.
Yeah, don't say I met now. We're not gonna lie to people.
You ran into him.
I ran into him. You know, I'll be in New York almost every day. I saw the man down Park Ave. I said hello. I said, thank you for putting Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. And he gave me the thumbs up. I said,
you guys acknowledged each other.
Yeah. I said, is that Brian Flores? And the guy, I guess security or something.
You know what, he was going into the NFL office, right?
Yeah, to get that money from Miami. Try to play him.
They tried to play him.
He had to clear his name. Dude, that's Brian Flores, Super Bowl winning assistant coach. Come on now.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, kid. This props segment is brought to you by Props.Cash, the best way to do your player props. Elvis and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player props market on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. They got WNBA, NBA, MLB, NFL, college football. They're working on UFC. Clean, reliable stats that make it easier to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That's DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now. Sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your props research today at Props.Cash. Elvis, first prop, what do we got?
Dill, we didn't get there week 1 with it. Didn't get there week 2 with it, but this man had an amazing week 2 down in Miami. Even though in the loss, we saw him be frustrated late in the game for an overthrown by Tua. I think if you have any chance of winning this game, you got to get this man involved early and often. Give me Tyreek Hill over 64.5 receiving yards at minus 110. I think this number is too short. We just saw him go for 100 yards down in Miami. I think in a short week, if you have any chance of winning this game, if you're Mike McDaniels and you want to secure your job, I will force feed Tyreek Hill. That gives you the best opportunity to win the game. Force feed Tyreek Hill, give Devon a chain involved, limit Tua's, try to limit Tua from forcing throws. Play off the play action. Make things simpler for her. Have crossing routes with Jaden Wild and Tyreek Hill. Make life more simpler for Tua. Get Tyreek Hill involved early on. Give me Tyreek Hill over 64.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I like that. You could get that at minus 110. Props.Cash projection is at 66 yards as well. He went for 109 receiving yards last week against the New England Patriots. And in his career versus this Buffalo Bill team, he has gone over this in 56% of his career. I'm actually going to go receiving yards as well, but I'm going to go tight end, someone over the middle. Dalton Kincaid. He's gone over this number in 2 straight games. 31.5 yards. I mean, to be honest, kid, I got it a little earlier. I got it at 27.5. It's at 31. It is on the move right now, but he had 37 against the Jets. He had 48 against a good defense in Baltimore Ravens. Props.Cash has him over for 36 yards. They like it as well. It's gone up. The market is moving in our way, but Dalton Kincaid lives over the middle. Miami has shown you that they cannot stop anybody. So I'm going to take Dalton Kincaid over at 31.5 receiving yards. Another guy I like, Joshua Palmer for Buffalo. Joshua Palmer has been really good this season, especially the first 2 weeks. I got it at 31.5, so these lines are moving. I see 33.5, but week 1 he had 61 against Baltimore, 47 against the Jets. And Props.Cash has him projected for 38. So that's 4 or 5 yards of value right there. I love this. And you can get that at minus 110. Give me Joshua Palmer over 33.5 receiving yards as well, kid. I was thinking of James Cook. If I'm being honest, I wrote James Cook over 65.5 rushing yards.
That's trending up as well. Right now it's at 68.5.
You see, so I get my lines about Tuesday. So it's over 24 hours and the lines move crazy because 65.5 is good. He went for 132 against the Jets. He only went for 44 against the Ravens, which is a good defense, but against a bad defense in the Miami Dolphins, I feel like he could have a good game. Now, Props.Cash actually doesn't like this one. They're only projecting 55 rushing yards for him. So maybe they're anticipating him run the ball a little more. I don't know. I guess I just saw last week of him breaking all those tackles against my Jets. I was like, he's going to go for 70, 80 yards again. So that's why I kind of leaned it. But yeah, I do like Dalton Kincaid over, and I do like Joshua Palmer over. Joshua Palmer, though, is going to be my official play for the sheet. What is your official play so I could keep track?
It's going to be Tyreek Hill over 64.5.
Yeah, we don't want to lay it.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
then my other lean, Dale, this is another prop that I like. Just because it makes sense to me. With a broken nose, I don't expect them to be out there, being Josh Allen, trying to run people over for those first downs. So I'm going to go under. I like the under 29.5 rushing yards. We saw him. I think he went over this weeks 1 and 2. We saw a 40-yard run from him, I'm pretty sure, against your Jets still. But I just don't see in a short week with a broken nose, Josh Allen being as aggressive as a runner. And I don't think Buffalo offensively is going to put Josh Allen in those positions to force him to run with a broken nose. So I honestly do lean the under 29.5. And if Buffalo wins this game, it's a couple nail downs at the end of the game that's coming.
Yeah, that's a good call. Props.Cash projection is only for 20.5. So they do like your under as well for that. Yeah, that's a good call. Kid, anything else? Scheduling wise, we will let you know. It probably will be Saturday. I have a wedding I have to go to in Rhode Island, so Friday is probably a no-go. Elvis and I will discuss, but we will get you out our week 3 plays.
Remember, though, it got to be at least Saturday morning because I got a little party.
I know. We'll figure something out offline, but we will definitely have a show.
Yeah, worst case, we can't do Saturday night because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be drinking.
No. We won't. Saturday, we're gonna get you out, whether 24 hours before or whatnot. But we'll discuss it. But kid, any last words?
Let's just honestly, for me, can I finally hit a prop? I haven't hit a prop yet, and that's the reason I went back-to-back weeks 9 and 11. If I hit these props, people, I'm profitable the first 2 weeks of the season. Not too many people could say that. So I'm either, if this prop don't cash, I'm not going to have a prop Sunday. I'm letting you know right now.
Third time's the charm, kid. Well, good luck.
Well, it's really the 6th.
Week 3. Week 3. You know what I mean.
I'm hollering.
Yeah. Well, kid, good luck. Enjoy the game on Thursday, and we will see you guys in a few days. Peace.